Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Southern Sown Hydroponics and Organic Gardening. My name is Greg, and again, I want to welcome you guys to the channel. Tonight, I'm going to show you what I feel is the least expensive way that you can get into a hydroponic system, help yourself be more sustainable, provide better food quality for you and your family. First and foremost, before I get into the build, I want to show you guys the most expensive part of the build, but I also want to give a huge shout out to Firehouse Subs for putting this program together. At your local Firehouse Subs, call in advance, but for $3, you can get a 5-gallon bucket that they used to keep their pickles in. Okay, so you're basically going to be recycling to an extent. But for $3, you can buy as many as you want to. There's no taxes because it's a charitable donation that they're going to use to provide safety equipment to your local firefighting organizations. Second most expensive part of the build are going to be your nutrients. As I stated in my first video, I use Aquaflakes Part A and Part B. I don't really believe in doing a super complicated multi-nutrient type situation. I like to keep it as simple and cost efficient as possible. Aquaflakes Part A is 4 cents per milliliter. There's going to be 30 milliliters going into this 5-gallon build. That's $1.20. Part B, the clear stuff, also 4 cents per milliliter. Going 30 milliliters, it's $1.20. So you're looking at $2.40 plus $3, you're at $5.40. Neoprene collar to support your seedling, and net cup for your root system to go through and get down into your nutrient solution. 23 cents, 32 cents. I get them off of Amazon and I buy them in bulk, okay? So guys, for less than $7, probably including tax in your area, you can get into your first hydroponic system. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put on some safety glasses because safety first, and I'm gonna go through the DIY build portion of it. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. All right guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into the build portion of this sub $7 cracky style hydroponic system. Now I borrowed this hole saw and the drill from a neighbor of mine, okay? So I'm not gonna necessarily consider this being a cost. If you wanna get it, make it more convenient for you, you definitely can. You can still easily trace a 3-inch hole if you really want to and just use a hacksaw or even maybe some super sharp kitchen shears. These are not super thick. You can get right through and be no problem. I like to use an arbored hole saw personally. Kind of helps me stay centered on the bucket lid and just kind of start the hole a little bit easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this and get down to the surface, and then for a cleaner cut, what I like to do is flip the drill into reverse. It kind of helps the hole saw go through it a little bit faster and generally gives me a cleaner cut. That's good right there. You can go ahead and flip it to reverse. Guys, if your hole saw gets stuck, just try to line it up the best you can. Give it a couple quick squeezes of the trigger. If you guys are using the drill method, it'll pop right out of there. But I'm gonna walk toward the camera. Look how clean that cut is right there. I mean, I can run my finger around that. There's a couple little tiny pieces. If you're that worried about it, what you guys can do is you can go ahead and just run some fine grain sandpaper inside of there and it'll clean it up no problem. For the sake of the video, I'm not going to go through all that. I'm just going to kind of show you guys the additional build. I do have some water in another set of buckets, and then I've got a clean bucket. When you guys drill through this, there is going to be some debris, so just make sure that you're taking your time and cleaning your buckets out before you add your nutrient solution. That's exactly why you don't need to buy lids for these things. The seal's pretty good on them. Like I said, guys, for the sake of this video, I'm not going to do a super quick, crazy cleanup. There's a little disc on the inside. Toss that over there, wipe the inside of it, and we're ready to rock and roll. This is a clean bucket, no debris. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to again take $1.20 worth of nutrients, put it in there. The 2 red buckets behind me have fresh water. My pH has already been measured and my ppm's already been measured. Both are looking good. I'm going to go ahead and toss the first half of the water in there. Oop, a little splash there. You're going to want to add your nutrient solutions separately. I forgot to mention that just a minute ago. Okay, do not add your nutrient solutions at the same time. The Aquaflakes Part A and Part B systems are designed to bond together. If you add them at the same time, the nutrient solution will virtually neutralize itself and it won't work. Or it might, but it's going to be a very, very slow process. Now that I've got Part A in there and I've got that thing half filled with water, I'm going to go ahead and add Part B. Fill the bucket the rest of the way up. Now, what you're going to want to notice over here in the bucket is when you get close to the top, the cracky style system is designed to have part of your root system hanging out and being exposed to the air inside the bucket. You do not want to fully submerge your root system unless you are planning on doing a deep water culture system, which involves an air stone. I'm going to make another video showing you how to do a similar style build in that at a later date. All right, guys, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put the lid back on. I'm gonna place my net pot inside of it, and we're gonna see what that water level looks like. All right, I've got that bucket all the way down. I'm gonna take my safety glasses off so I can actually see. All right, guys, so what I wanna show you now, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the camera. And I'm going to show you kind of where that water level is inside the net cup that I've put in. So if you guys can see, I'm going to just stick my finger in here and you can kind of see that it's got about maybe 2 inches of water inside of it. All right, guys, so what I've done, I have this little juvenile collard green plant right here that I pulled out of my grow tent just a minute ago. And all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the blank one. This is sitting in the same nutrient solution, so it's not gonna hurt anything. But all I'm gonna do, if you guys can see, there's 2 little roots sitting out of there, okay? Be careful, put your root system down in those nutrients. Now that plant is submerged just enough. As it gets bigger, that water level is gonna drop and that space to let your roots aerate is going to start to increase. What I like to do next, since that plant's so young, I want to make sure that it's going to grow upright. This neoprene collar that again I got off Amazon, they're 32 cents a piece. They're super cheap. All I'm going to do is make sure that that plant is upright and gently go around it. Push it down and make sure that that little juvenile collard green plant is standing as straight up as possible. Now, when I first started using the neoprene collars, I thought to myself, surely that's going to constrain the plant and stop it from growing a real nice stalk as it gets bigger. Not true. I'm going to show you guys another spread of my San Marzano tomato plants. Their stalks are plenty big around and they've been in neoprene collars since they were seedlings. So that's it for my version of the least expensive cracky style hydroponic build. Thank you guys for swinging by. And again, this is Greg with Southern Zone Hydroponics for Organic Gardening. We'll see you on the next video.